Monday, November 12th, we unfortunately had the news break that Stanley Martin Lieber, also known as Stan Lee, who basically created Marvel Comics, passed away.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah. And if you guys watched last year, we had a countdown of all the Marvel movies leading up to Infinity War, and basically all these Marvel movies were from the product of Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Cap wasn't a Stan Lee character, he was a Jack Kirby character, but Stan Lee revitalized him. He created Iron Man, he created all the characters that you see
Spider-Man
in Infinity War, which Spider-Man's is the most popular, it's probably his favorite. He was actually in the military, World War II. He wrote plays, and he sang, and he loved to entertain people. I think it was 2 years ago, he lost his wife. I believe it was just old age.
Yeah.
He was just such a creative mind.
Yeah, he was.
He made these stories where you could read them and not feel like these are men and women who are just gods. You could relate to them. Spider-Man was a teenager, and then when he was done being a teenager, he still had to pay bills. He was getting evicted.
Right.
I mean, the Fantastic Four, there was literally a full comic book where there was no action, but it was just them getting evicted from the Baxter Building.
Dang.
He really was an advocate for just tolerance. That's what X-Men was all about. One of his quotes was that there's no reason to hate. That man over there is your brother. That woman over there is your sister. And for all you know, that kid that's walking past you, he might have the proportional strength of a spider. He died always using the words Excelsior, which is above and beyond.
Is it?
I believe so.
Huh.
And that's what Stan Lee went for. From what I read, and we almost had the chance to meet him last year, but
we had to cancel.
He had to cancel due to illness.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's flying from California to Cleveland, so
yeah,
it probably wouldn't have worked out.
No.
But just knowing that he could have possibly been there, it probably would have been one of the greatest moments of our lives, because he's such an inspiration and he made these characters that we absolutely love. I mean, Mike, everything that you own is almost 40% Captain America.
Like 80%.
So it gets there, and he created my favorite characters too. My favorite character is the Punisher. Love the Punisher. He had a hand in creating the Punisher. He had a hand in just all these great characters and all these great stories, and just knowing that he's not going to be in these cameos anymore and stuff like that. We're not going to see him in these movies anymore. It hurts. It's painful.
Yeah.
It always seemed like it always seemed like he was a character, but he wasn't a character. That was who he was.
Right.
From looking at interviews and his documentary and movies that he was in, he was never putting on an act when he met these people. When he met people, he was Stan Lee.
Right.
And he makes you want to be a better person from reading his quotes and reading his stories and reading his manuscripts at the beginning, where he talks about the bombastic Incredible Hulk and all this stuff. And using these big words to describe these characters, and it puts you right into the story.
Mm-hmm.
And now that presence is gone.
Well, it's still going to be there, but it's not going to be physical.
It's gonna be there, but it's not going to be the same.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
So, I guess my final words to Stan Lee is thank you for everything. Thank you for letting me live out my childhood believing superheroes were the most amazing thing in the world.
The real to me.
Do you have anything to say?
Nope. I got nothing.
Thank you, Stan Lee, for everything. We wish you could have been here to see the end of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, at least this phase of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But we know that you're still around with us through your pages and through your ideas and your ideals of tolerance and fighting injustice and just being good to other people. I guess the final thing to say is Excelsior. Thank you, Stan.